Oh, it's a great couch.
Oh, it's comfortable, right?
Good?
shit.
We got it from the Woodstock Furniture Outlet.
Wow.
Shout out Woodstock Furniture Outlet.
It's awesome.
This is
I could
nice.
sleep in it.
Yeah,
all night.
I know, right? Such a good deal,
Solid.
too.
I think I'm gonna. Are we rolling? Wow. I think this is.
Whenever I give you the mic, it's always rolling.
Oh, it's always rolling.
Always
Cool.
rolling.
Well, I think I'm gonna. I don't know. We rate couches 'cause we're at people's houses
Oh, yeah?
all the
I saw
time.
that on
Oh.
Frankie's,
Yeah.
on Frankie's
Oh, man.
video.
Also has a
So
very
what would you
comfortable-
rate
I hope
this
this
one?
one ranks pretty high.
No, this definitely ranks high. So I always say like I don't think I've ever sat on a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
I can understand.
So it's really out of 9, but like people aren't buying bullshit nowadays. So it's
True.
like this is a solid. I don't
just can't
know.
stand it when people get
Thank
couches
you.
that aren't comfortable, but they get it just for the looks.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Oh,
I get it. You want
I
it to
know.
look cool or modern or whatever, but like,
It's like an aesthetic couch is nice, but like at the end of the day, you want a comfy
I
couch.
agree.
That's what I was
need
going
to
for
sleep
with
on
this.
my couch. I'm a couch potato.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm humbled by the 9.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get that on a plaque and hang it in here. That's big.
yeah.
That's big. I appreciate that. That's huge.
Between the aesthetic quality and the comfort, I'm giving it a 9.
Oh,
Okay.
that's big.
All right, so we're here with Twofold. You want to introduce yourselves individually?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Brant Winters, and my solo stuff is called Exodus.
And I'm Hannah Winters. We got married last fall, by the way.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
Shout out.
Thank you. And I have a solo alias as well called Spice Rack, but I've been leaning more towards doing more Twofold sets.
Twofold's been fun.
Because,
Yeah.
it's just, we bring the energy and we go good together.
For sure.
So,
Clearly, you're married. That's awesome. That's the best kind of
Yeah.
together
There
you
we
can
go.
get.
Just
That's
over 6 years strong.
yep.
6 years dating.
Together,
And
yeah,
like
in general.
just almost 6 months married already, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
flies.
yeah.
I want to go
Seriously.
back to the wedding, but it's fine.
I want to go back to the honeymoon.
Yeah.
So, can we get a little background on each of your starts into the music industry, whether it be production? I know you're a singer, aren't you?
Yes.
And then DJing as well.
Yeah.
You go and start.
Cool. So when COVID happened, this is probably an answer a lot of people give, but we got into DJing. But before that, I was in chorus for years. My dad was in a band. I used to, sing on their breaks. I always had like the ear for music, and it came natural. I mean, I haven't really ever taken like singing lessons. So chorus is probably the closest thing to that, but I love it, and I don't do it a lot right now. I focus more on DJing, but we're hoping once we can start producing more, I can put my vocals in. So we'll see. Soon, for sure.
Yeah, and for me, I've always loved music for forever. I started to like EDM because my mom was actually a personal trainer and worked in Gold's Gym. So she was always doing like the body pump classes, and those were always had like house remixes of like classic songs or like new songs. So I got into like that kind of music at a young age. But I was in band for a long time. I played trumpet for like 10 years or something like that. Got into college, kind of lost touch with music a little bit. Still listened to it a lot, but not really anything to do with making it or playing it. But like Hannah said, when we got into the COVID time frame, we started picking up DJing. My buddy Anthony Frozo, shout out him.
Shout out Frozo.
Absolutely. So we all started DJing around the same time, hyping each other up, keeping each other accountable, and pushing each other to do better. And here we are now.
Formed a collective.
Yeah,
as well.
formed a collective, Hodgepodge.
Yep.
And now 3.5 years later, we're still going strong. We love it more and more, and we really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good outlet, and especially if you have some sort of musical bone in you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Great
not
hobby.
incredibly hard to learn. You can get into it, you can really enjoy it, and what you do is what you make of it. So the further you push yourself, the further you can go with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How would you guys describe like your, I guess like genre? I hate that word, but like what would you guys say you play the most?
Well, we vary. We're multi-genre. I would say we do hybrid trap, bass house. Sometimes when we do a twofold set, we have different styles. It just kind of depends on what my mood is.
Yeah.
I love the wubs. I like getting real deep, deep dub. And then he likes to go really heavy, and I do too. It just depends, though. It depends on our mood.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of times we'll play to our crowd too. I mean, we're very versatile in what we do play, but like Hannah was saying, we do a lot of hybrid trap, a lot of bass house, tech house. We kind of jump around, but we really enjoy all music.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you provide some insight on how you curated today's set?
Yeah, so we have a few different sets going on right now. We have one at the end of the month that we're kind of prepping some stuff for, and with this one, we kind of got into it at the beginning of this week, actually, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
just
started.
throw it together.
Yeah,
sometimes.
started throwing a playlist together, kind of getting comfortable with
Yeah.
what we had, and put together what we could prepare, and yeah, no, really delivered. I mean, we've been put in a lot of situations now where we've had a lot of last minute bookings where it's like, all right, hey, we got to get something good to go. So
Yeah.
it's a great to flex that too, and
And you
just
can
kind of flex
never-
that muscle and get used to it,
Yeah.
putting sets together quickly.
And something else, you can never go wrong with putting hip hop in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Into that hybrid trap like feel.
Absolutely.
That's like really twofold's definition. If we had to describe our style, honestly. Yeah.
Interesting. Would you say that you guys, because like certain artists, especially duos where there's just two people, the creative sauce and the magic happens sometimes when people are butting heads, but also when like people just kind of have the same ideas. Where do you guys think you fall in that? Do you guys feel like you are usually on the same page most of the time, or do you guys create that experience through conflict?
We definitely have our moments.
Yeah,
We definitely have our
absolutely.
moments where we butt heads, but we also have our moments where we look at each other and we're like, oh shit, that was awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So it comes kind of from both ways, in my
If
opinion.
we do
yeah.
butt heads, like we work it out. We figure it out.
It's
in the
typically
end.
constructive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's typically
absolutely.
constructive if
and
we
it
do
makes
butt
a great
heads, so.
set. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
some of our best sets have been when we are, let's say we have a big set like at Believe or something like that. We can obviously get a little nervous for that because we haven't been doing it that long. But it's funny because if we're stressed out about a set, let's say just a little bit, it usually ends up being like our best set we've ever done. So it typically works out like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then in terms of just like the energy and the stage presence and the showmanship, do you guys find yourselves feeding off each other, or are you guys both naturally kind of more outgoing?
We definitely feed off each other, but
Yeah.
I also just have more energy than I can contain.
We're both-
We both like one thing about our music is that we love to play high energy music, whether it's trap, dubstep, house. As long as it's high energy, that's what we love because we love to move, we love to dance, we like to get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we like to have fun up there for sure.
I'm the type that like we obviously take turns. Like we help each other mix everything, but we take turns. Like if we do put a set together, he'll put together 4 songs, I put together 4, and we obviously rotate. Gotcha. But like usually towards the middle or end of our sets, if there's a big stage with room, I typically go out and like dance with the crowd. Like I'm very like when he's on his part, I just go out and have a good time. I gotta get that energy out. So.
for sure. Yeah.
We get a lot of energy.
And then on the topic of shows, I mean, in a short time, you guys have been able to put together just a lot of looks for yourselves in terms of like getting booked and staying relevant, staying current on socials and things. How do you guys approach that, being a duo while also being, singular artists and like the work-life balance?
You can start on this one.
Yeah. Well, I will say over the past couple of months, it's been tough. I know for us both, she just got a new job. Go Hannah. We love to see it. So she got a nice little promotion there at her job, which is awesome. And I know for myself, my job's just been tough this past year, but we're working through it. Honestly, it's great having the two of us be able to work together for twofold. We can lean on each other to get things done. Maybe she'll make a reel while I'll get a post together, or she'll edit something and I'll have something good to go, or try to come up with a good caption or tagline. So we work together a lot with a lot of the posting.
It's
which
hard
is nice.
sometimes though. Like sometimes we don't have the energy to post on social media, and sometimes we need a break. So you got to find that balance, and I think like it's really not that hard though. At the same time, like if you're in the mood at least to post, just do it. Just put something together, and also support other artists. Like I cannot stress enough, support other artists. It does not take much effort to comment on someone's post and be like, this is sick, like, or congrats or something. I think
Absolutely.
and I think we do have a good support system in Atlanta for that, but I think we try
You
to
can always
do
see
that.
more of it.
I mean, I try to support because we get a lot of support, so you know, I feel like the social media has a big, you can really talk with everyone on there. I mean, I love it, but I hate it at the same time. So, you know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
It is a double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah.
What's been you guys' favorite show to play, to go to, and festival?
Oh, I'll tell you right now. Our favorite show that we've played is New Year's, I believe, this past. It was a 360 set.
Oh,
that was my
a
favorite.
fun one.
Definitely. It was in Wish Lounge. So that's probably my favorite one. And we played at Soulfest in like the merch booth last year. That was pretty cool too.
And
One of my
favorite festival?
favorites. Favorite festival?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Lost Lands is the best one I've been to, hands down. But as far as, I would say smaller festival too, Soulfest.
Yeah,
I love the small festivals.
I definitely echo that. In terms of festivals, Lost Lands and Soulfest are probably our favorite ones we've been to. Soulfest felt like a mini Lost Lands. It was great, the whole community aspect. In terms of favorite shows for Twofold, absolutely the New Year set this past year with the 360 and Wish Lounge was so much fun. And for myself personally, my favorite set was closing for Shipwreck last year at Iris. That was
cool.
so much, just heavy bass house, just a great fun set. So yeah, a lot of good times. And what was the other one? Was you said? Did you say favorite show?
Yeah,
we've been
favorite show
to?
you've been to, or favorite show you played?
Favorite show that I've been to is probably when Ellis Dream was at the Eastern.
Yeah,
That was a
seen
great
him a
one.
couple times there.
That was a great one.
I think
Oh no, Kayvon and Enzo right before COVID
right
started.
when Kayvon really started
That
getting
was
noticed,
amazing.
and Enzo as
Right
well.
before Kayvon and
It
Enzo
was
blew up, they did a tour and it was incredible.
at Terminal West.
Yeah, no visuals, just lights. It was just us and the music. It was great.
I
Yeah,
personally
it was awesome.
would say I think the best show I've seen is Grizz at the Eastern. When Imagine
that
got
was a
canceled.
good one.
I
The
think
only
that's
good
the
thing
best
about
show.
Imagine being canceled that year was all
Yeah.
the great shows that came out of
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
absolutely.
So Keizo and Subtronics till 4 a.m.
Love them.
One
though.
more
Love
song.
'em.
So, I guess we can move into just like a bit of advice. Since we're on the topic of festivals, what are some of you guys' do's and don'ts for like navigating festival life?
Oh, yeah.
Just in general,
Yeah.
you can never pack too much as long as you have the room for it. Like, stay prepared. A lot of festivals give out camping lists of the
Yeah.
things that you need, like the
Yeah.
essentials to bring. Those are huge. So definitely always look for
advantage of
those kind
that.
of things. Always have if you're going with a group, stay in touch with each other, maybe have a centralized meeting location. Hey, we're all going to meet up at this spot at this time. Or if we do end up getting lost or your phone dies, wait at this spot. We'll walk by it whenever
We're
to kind of
pretty-
find each other.
We're like mom
So,
and dad at the festivals.
Definitely,
I mean, we
yeah.
know how to have a good time, but we take care of our friends, and they're just
Got 'em
like,
all on
okay,
leashes, yeah.
it works. I like it. So.
Definitely.
And then, what would you say would be your guys' biggest advice for kind of navigating the Atlanta scene or just the music scene in general as a duo?
I would say networking. I mean, that's 100% the biggest thing. I mean, there are so many events that happen in Atlanta. Go out. I mean, go meet people, talk to
Yeah.
people. That's how you get booked.
And you
That's how
don't
you
have
make those
to-
connections.
Yeah, you don't have to every weekend. We all need our rest, but I mean, just be smart about it. Like, just follow all of the venues, see what's going on, see what your favorite shows would be to go to, and go and network. So that's how we do it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with
I
that.
know it sounds
so.
like super, like,
Yeah, I mean, most of the shows too are very, very cheap. I mean, they're not expensive. That's the best part about EDM. you can go to someone you've been listening to forever for like $15 and just have a great time with it. So it's not that hard to get out there. There's a great community. People are always willing to make friends, and typically everyone's very, very nice, especially in the Atlanta scene. So
sounds cliche, but I think
yeah,
that's the
no,
best
just go
way,
out
personally.
and meet people. That's the biggest thing.
Have you guys experienced any of like the aha moments, whether it's in your personal music career or as Twofold, where you're like, I could double down on this, like, let's do it?
Yeah, I think it's when we had a debut. I think it was not this past January, but the one before that in Wish Lounge. That was for the ATL Lock. Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was for. Oh no, this was.
The
I think this was
locals.
New Year's. Was this New Year's or was this? The
It was the
locals now?
local show.
It was the
like right
yes,
after New
yes.
Year's.
This
yeah.
was ATL Lock. That's right.
We were in Wish Lounge, and we were just getting so much energy from the crowd.
Oh, it was
and
great.
I think that was like our first show where we really were like, wait, people are into this. Like they like us, you know? And I feed off that. Like I can DJ anywhere, but I DJ best when the crowd is like in it and liking what you're doing.
Right.
So I think that was kind of our aha moment. I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
no,
but
I completely agree because that's when
Yeah.
you went out in the front. You did your
Yeah,
whole.
yeah.
We played the. It was the Lil Uzi remix.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Dun, dun. Yeah.
It was ridiculously on key too. You are a singer, yeah. Wow.
But yeah, no, that was. I agree with that. That was an awesome set. That was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Butters?
Of course, we can talk about Butters.
This is Butters.
Yes, this is
He
Butters.
was featured in our set, as you know.
Of
you can
course,
see.
he is a 3-year-old and 3 years and 3-month-old,
Oh, wow.
long-haired, golden English cream dachshund,
Wow.
and he is just the sweetest thing on earth.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
He's a living stuffed animal, so
He really is. We're thinking about getting another
he
one.
barks a lot. but-
This one's Butters, and we're thinking about getting one more and naming it Margarine.
Wow.
So I got Butters and Margarine. It'll be great.
Yep.
Go the whole dairy route.
Facts.
So yeah.
It originally stemmed from South Park, though. Butters.
Ah.
from
Very
South
true.
Park. So
Absolutely. We
that's-
started watching that during COVID, and then
Yeah.
it definitely caught on after
Yeah.
that. But definitely recommend Dachshunds. They're amazing dogs.
Does Butters respond to EDM? Like when you guys play it, does his mood change or anything?
You know, I mean, I think he's used to it at this point. I don't think he likes loud music too much, so we try to be like when we're
Courteous.
inside.
Try to be courteous of them.
And I notice like when we take him places, if we have our music on really loud in the car, I'm like, I'm gonna turn it down just a little,
Yeah.
because dogs' ears are sensitive.
That's very true.
But I think like if we have it at a decent level, he's like, whatever. This is mom and dad. This is just them.
Yeah.
So
He does like South Park though, because we leave South Park
Yep.
on for him when we go, and
Yep.
like if we ever have to leave him here,
If we go to a
we'll turn
show
the
or
TV
something.
on for him, let him
Yeah.
watch some South Park while we're gone. You know.
if I was a dog, I would want background noise.
Yeah, exactly. I want something to watch, so
Yeah.
and we try to do the same for him.
That's fair. What kind of DJ do you think Butters would be if he was a human?
Oh man.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think he would be like tech house.
Yeah, I was literally
Like
gonna
with
say
the
he would be like the John
Yeah.
Summit of dog
I was
DJing.
gonna say,
like
yeah,
100%. That's how I see
He has that
Butters.
personality.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. So you mentioned South Park, and there's also a bunch of games here. We got that in the
Yes.
shot on ACAM.
Yep.
Do you guys game? Like, what are your
Yeah.
hobbies, pastimes?
Absolutely.
Oh,
So we've actually both gamed. Even you gamed from a very
I used to,
very
yeah,
early
before we
age.
even met.
Was it Xena?
Yeah,
Xena
I've
Princess
always
Warrior?
been into
That's
sword
right.
fighting, like sci-fi, monsters, any of that. That's my shit.
Yeah. And when we
So,
started living together, I started gaming more and kind
Dark
of
Souls.
kicked back in her urge to
Yeah.
start gaming. The first thing she looked up was what games are like Xena Princess Warrior, and like Dark Souls came up, and that's like
And
one
I
of my
played Dark
favorite games.
Souls, and
So
now we play
believe it
Elden
or
Ring.
not, she's amazing at Dark Souls and Elden Ring.
Yeah.
She is like on the last boss on Dark Souls, and she's got like 2 to go on Elden Ring. So she is a badass when it comes to video games for
Yeah.
sure. So we both definitely game, not as much recently, but definitely love
he's
it.
good though. He flies through them. Like he is really good.
It's a lot of fun. I
It
enjoy
makes
them.
me mad sometimes. He beats me at Mario Kart every
Hey,
time. But when I
just
don't
saying.
play him, I get
I'm
usually
just
first
saying, you
place.
want that
If it's
smoke.
just me
You want
playing.
that smoke? I'll deliver.
Wow. Do you want to say that to the camera? 'Cause
Hey,
there's-
you want that smoke in Mario Kart? At me. I'm there.
Exodus.
That's crazy. So, I guess like in terms of just like who you are when you're not on stage, what sort of like music are you listening to like on a rainy day when the weather's nasty? Like what's the
Well,
vibe?
for me, honestly, I would say, sorry.
Here, let me grab the door.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, let's do that real
Great
quick.
B-roll. Yep.
Hey, shout out JJ.
Oh.
Shout out JJ.
Shout out
Hey, buddy.
to
Come here. All right, come on. I know we're all
This is what
excited.
happens.
Come on.
He's great.
Come on up.
He just
Come on.
barks all the time.
There you go.
Wow.
And if
All
you're
right.
tall, forget it.
Shout out JJ. Shout out Butters.
Yes.
What was the question again?
I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. Just like music or like
Oh, you're fine.
experiences that you guys enjoy when you're not like in the nightlife.
Yeah.
Well, usually, so I love Tosh Sultana. She,
Oh yeah.
yeah, she like
Incredible.
plays her guitar and sings, and I don't even know her genre. I think it's like alternative indie
I think you could
type.
say alternative indie.
Yeah. And then I love, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for pop music.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's more of like the pop house music, like Stutter House.
Yeah.
I love that. Like when it's
Yeah.
a beautiful day, windows down, or if it's a rainy day, then I'll go more to the Tosh Sultana, like indie type stuff. But I like alternative. He's not as big on it, but we have different styles here.
Yeah.
And there, so.
Yeah, no, we listen to like pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Like in the EDM sphere, I mean, I listen to rock, a little bit of country here and there, very minimal,
me.
but like, I listen to a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
But recently, I've been listening to a lot of bass music, a lot of house music, a lot of D&B, UK. Like the UK stuff has been
Garage.
yeah, that's been on a lot for me recently.
Absolutely.
But all in all, I mean, we listen to a little bit of everything. Like I got playlists on playlists of different genres just for whatever vibe I'm feeling. Rainy day, I'm probably listening to some tech house though,
Yeah.
most likely. Thinking about the beach.
Yeah. So we got a few more questions and we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
How would you guys, like, what are some of the practices or things that you guys do to push each other creatively?
Well, honestly, he is doing more of the producing right now, I will say. So I try to just keep encouraging him, like, hey, this sounds good, like, it's getting better each time you show me a song. And then I want to start putting my vocals in it, so I think he can encourage me in that way, and I can encourage him in the way of putting together all the beats and everything. I'm still really learning, but I mean, I've got the voice, so if we can just figure out how to
Mix
do
the
that,
two.
then
Yeah.
yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, no, I mean, ditto on that. I mean, she's a great support system. I've
Yeah.
been learning how to produce, and it's been a slow and steady race, especially with the workload increase right now, just in my personal life. But been learning, yeah, like she said, getting better every time, and she's a great person to bounce ideas off of, and we keep each other accountable and on top of things too.
Yeah.
So even if we're DJing and we're
We got a lot
stuck
going
on
on,
a, I just don't know what to do after this point, we'll bounce ideas off each other. Hey, maybe try this, maybe try here. Let me take a look at it, kind of thing. So,
Solid.
yeah, we work well together with it.
That's really good.
Oh, there you go, brother.
He's so sweet.
Well,
Start of
so
the show.
right? It should be threefold.
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
So what would you guys say is like your biggest like career goals, or like where do you see you guys in like 3 to 5 years in terms of music?
Yeah, so for us, I mean, we're continuing on a course of like this is not something we want to give up. I mean, we very much enjoy it. I mean, it's a part of our lives at this point, and we need that musical outlet in our lives. So we want to keep continuing to grow this. I don't know if I have exactly an end goal or an idea in mind. If I get continue to work hard at producing and putting out music and incorporating her sound into it, and if it happens to take off and become something, then amazing. If it doesn't, hey, I had a great time doing it. So it is what it is. I'm just kind of rolling with the tide with it, and just kind of whatever happens, but just enjoying it and want it to stay a part of my life. Yeah.
I don't have anything to relay. He said it like exactly how I would say it. Yeah.
Summed it up.
For sure. So we're gonna move into our shameless plug segment. We're just gonna
perfect.
give you guys a few seconds to shout out anybody and everybody, and this isn't completely like subject to just people.
Yeah.
We're looking to learn like where you get your oil change for the low, like favorite taco spot. Like just shout them all out. Let's go.
First off, favorite taco spot. 7 Tequilas, especially the one in Holly Springs, specifically.
Where we live.
Yes.
We live right down the
7
road.
Tequilas. Their pastor tacos, gas.
Yeah, they
So
are.
good.
They are.
So good. I'll always shout them out.
Absolutely.
In terms of friends and music, definitely shout out Keith Guru.
Yep.
My boy Kenna, 100%.
Yep.
That man is
D&D.
killing it. I think he actually just hit 200K streams on Spotify. So big ups to my boy Keith. Really, really proud of him. Frozo, 100%. Shout out to him. Frankie V.
Yes.
Big shout out to Frankie. I know y'all just
Good
interviewed
friend.
him not too long ago. Goes way back. I know we all went, Jair behind the camera back there. I know we all went to Kennesaw together. Kind of grew up that way. So definitely
Awesome.
shout out my private property group here, 100%.
There's so many more we could shout out, but who would have the time? I mean, you know.
We definitely have the
We
time.
have so we know so many artists, like local Atlanta artists at this point. It's just I mean, I love everybody I've met so far.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all the locals that are killing it right now.
Shout out the Atlanta scene. Shout out Hodgepodge.
Yeah.
All that good stuff,
Yeah.
man. 100%.
And then I know this is random, but you were just saying like any place to shout out. If you ever need car repairs, go to Killian Automotive. Someone stole my catalytic converter.
Cut it out.
So I thought
Parked in our
let
apartment
everybody know.
complex.
Yeah. But
I went
had
out-
to
it
take
sounded
my car
straight
there,
piped. It was
and
ridiculous.
They did it in a day. So I'd have to shout them out.
no,
5
they-
stars.
Big time. They caught stuff the insurance adjuster didn't.
Yeah.
Shout out Killian. They did a great job.
This is sad that we're like, I mean, this is adulting right here.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
No joke. It's
And hit insurance, and my policy renewed the next week. So right back to zero on the deductible.
yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna shout out
Adulting.
the thieves. If you're a thief, nah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't be stealing
Absolutely.
catalytic converters out here,
No.
okay?
That's crazy.
I know.
I think we're gonna start doing a segment just like fuck yous because I feel like there's like it's a shorter list and people are like deserving
know
of it.
what?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy. All right, we got this giant key for you to sign.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
All right,
Okay,
where's
let's go.
where's this marker?
This is great.
Are we the first to sign?
Oh no, it's dry erase.
Oh, okay.
And then we do pictures. I lost them.
I love it.
I am.
Nobody
We
signed
have
shit.
an expo here. I think,
Oh, wait.
if we need one.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, there it is.
Hey, no, you are a lot better at this than me. So.
You got to make it big too, because we got to take pictures of the key.
Yeah, no, she's my
If
handwriting.
I can do it like. Big.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
all the way across.
I look like I would get an A on handwriting in kindergarten,
Okay.
but a B in first grade. my handwriting is not good.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's like chicken scratch, for sure.
And then you guys can individually sign it too
Oh, that
with
looks
your own
great. Oh, yeah, I'll
tags.
do that for sure.
Yeah.
You can make it legible.
Oh, side note, because I remember I was asking you this. I think when we met at Crazy, but like, if 2 DJs get married, who DJs the wedding?
Oh well, so we actually DJ'd our own wedding, but we did a 25-minute set because we didn't want to do it the whole time. We
Yeah.
wanted to see our guests, but you know, we put together a little set of like all like house, some trap. We didn't want to go too crazy heavy.
Kind of like what we did today, but a more condensed version a little bit. Yeah.
We didn't want to go crazy heavy because we weren't
Had
sure what our
family
relatives
there,
would
you
think.
know,
They would be like
Great aunt and great uncles.
really confused. But honestly,
Really wouldn't know how to
they
handle
were
rhythm that well,
vibing.
probably.
They were vibing. Like they were loving it. So we did good on that. But yeah, I mean, I highly recommend it if you are husband and wife DJing together.
Yeah,
just do it
definitely
together.
throw a set in your wedding. It's worth
Yeah,
it.
it's-
It's a lot of fun, and it also comes out great on the wedding video for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. But yeah.
Well, that's a wrap. Hold up the
yeah.
hold up the key. Shout out Twofold. Shout out Hodgepodge.
Butters. Thank
you,
Killian
guys.
Automotive.
Oh, yes.
We appreciate everything. Shout out Butters.
All right.
Shout out Butters in this.
Yep.
He was in the wedding too. He was the ring bearer.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. I don't think he likes me. That's crazy. Yeah, he gave me like the weirdest. Like, who are you?
I love it. Yeah, he does that.
Perfect.
Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.